Okay, let's talk about something that can make or break any workplace: team conflict. We're going to go beyond just complain about it and actually walk through a super simple 3-step method that can turn all that friction into real, actual progress. You know the feeling, right? That moment when a small disagreement just spirals. It becomes this unproductive drama that sucks all the energy out of the room, kills creativity, and makes working together feel like a chore. And honestly, it's more than just annoying. It's a massive roadblock to doing great work.
I mean, does this hit close to home? You're just trying to get your project done, but instead, you're spending half your brain power navigating hurt feelings, misunderstandings, and all this tension bubbling under the surface. It is absolutely exhausting. And it's that exact headache we're here to solve today.
And a lot of the time, this is where the trouble starts. A comment like this, it's not a conversation, it's an accusation. It's all about blame. It uses words like always, which is rarely true, and it immediately forces the other person to get defensive. The discussion is basically dead on arrival. So how do we fix this? Well, it all begins with a really fundamental shift in how we think. We have to completely reframe the way we look at the problem itself. This right here, this is the whole game. It's so simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Just stop seeing your coworker as the enemy. Instead, imagine the issue, the late data, the confusing email, as this separate thing over here. When you do that, everything changes. The problem isn't a person. It's a hurdle you both have to get over together. Okay, so let's turn that big idea into an actual toolkit you can use. Because this isn't just some fuzzy philosophy. It's a practical, step-by-step method you can pull out right in the middle of a tense moment. And here it is, just 3 easy steps. First, you start with the facts, what verifiably actually happened. No opinions, no spin. Second, you acknowledge the feelings in the room, yours and maybe theirs too. And third, you get super clear about what is needed to fix it and move forward. That's it. Facts, feelings, needs. Now listen up, because you cannot skip step 2, acknowledging the feelings. That's the secret sauce. When you validate how someone feels, when you say, I get that you're stressed, or I'm feeling worried about this, you're showing them you see them as a person, and that one little act just melts away their defenses. It builds a connection, and when you do it over and over, that's how you build deep, lasting professional trust. All right, theory's over. Let's put this thing to the test. We're going to go back to that blamey, aggressive comment from the beginning and see what happens when we run it through our new framework. Wow, look at the difference. The before is a total attack. The after is a problem-solving launchpad. Let's break it down. The data was late. That's a fact. No one can argue with it. I'm worried about our deadline. That's the feeling. It's honest, it's vulnerable, it's not accusatory. And finally, we need an earlier draft next time. That's the need. It's clear, it's actionable. You see how the whole conversation just shifted from pointing fingers to finding a shared path forward? Now, when you start communicating like this all the time, something pretty amazing starts to happen. You stop seeing conflict as this disaster you have to avoid at all costs, and you start seeing it as something totally different. And this is the long-term payoff. Conflict becomes a signal. It's an opportunity to get better. A missed deadline is no longer about someone messing up. It's a chance to fix a broken process. A miscommunication isn't a sign of incompetence. It's a chance to make your team's roles clearer. By sticking to facts and needs, you literally turn friction into fuel for growth. So let's lock this in. Facts, feelings, needs. Think of it as your new mental checklist. It's a simple little framework you can use to hit the pause button when things get heated, bring the tension way down, and immediately pivot the whole conversation toward finding a solution you can both agree on. So at the end of the day, pretty much every tough conversation can be guided by this one simple question. It's got the whole philosophy packed right in. We says your team. Fix says you're focused on the solution. And together reminds everyone you're on the same side. It's the key to not just solving a problem, but actually building a stronger, more trusting team while you do it.